I have been informed that my announcement has been deemed disrespectful.
Listen up, Dwayne, you bald fraud!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time!
Seth Rollins, I'm coming for you, boy. And I'm coming hard.
I am a visionary! I am a revolutionary!
The never seen 17!
Look at you now, boy! Ah. Look at you now! 4 letters, 1 word.
Last real champion, John!
What's up, everybody? The boys are back with another episode of Rasslin with Ron and Mike. How's it going, Mike?
The boys are back in town.
Hey, nobody trying to hear you sing.
Oh, everybody wants to hear me sing.
Nah.
Everybody singing along.
This ain't a Ricky Saints concert.
A Ricky Saints. Yeah, that's right. He did do a concert.
Right. This ain't no Ricky Saints concert.
But anyways, Ryan, how are you?
Doing good. Just living life.
Living life in the fast lane.
Getting ready to go out for the weekend. Be gone for the weekend.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to Glamis. It's basically a desert in the middle of nowhere.
Where?
It's called Glamis.
But where?
It's like going toward Mexico. It's like border of like Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 3.5 hours away.
Are you saying you're going to be gone for my birthday weekend? Ryan, of all people, my best friend gone for my birthday weekend.
It's this weekend?
Yes, it's this weekend. Wow, Ryan. Wow.
Boy,
Wow.
you didn't tell me nothing until now.
What do you mean? You should know this. You should know this. You should know this, Ryan. It's okay. We know how this. We know how it is. We see it. The fans see it. The fans see it. You're over here concentrating about your Glampus trip to whatever, some part of Bucktooth, Mexico.
Because I might be driving a dune buggy. So.
Ooh, there you go. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Make sure to not wear a helmet.
No, gotta wear.
That's mean to say.
Gotta wear a helmet.
But I hope you have fun on your trip. I'm just yanking a chain.
I know. But anyway, what we talking? Elimination Chamber, Monday Night Raw, and AEW.
Yeah, we could get into a little NXT since you also mentioned that a couple minutes ago. But yeah. Elimination Chamber was this past weekend. What do you think of the PLE?
I thought it was mid. Like I didn't really think it was anything that special. I think the Punk Balor match was the highlight, and then kind of the last 10-ish minutes of the men's elimination chamber were kind of the saving graces of the show.
Yeah.
But I mean the women's chamber felt very rushed and it felt very predictable.
Definitely.
I'm not complaining about the winner because I definitely do think Rhea Ripley deserves it. But I think the way it went down kind of felt odd. Like it really did feel rushed, especially after they all all came in and then it felt like we got 4 eliminations within 3 minutes.
Yeah. It's very formulaic. The way they've written these matches to, or at least produced these matches to go, it's very formulaic. You saw it in the War Games match back in November at Survivor Series. Everything is so formulaic with these matches now. You can literally call these spots as they're going. You know, like back at War Games, you knew the trash can spot was happening. Who's that? Is that Gabe?
Carry over my dad.
There you go. But you knew the trash can spot was happening, when it was going to happen.
Yeah, no, it did feel very it kind of felt very much copy and paste. Especially I know a lot of people were shocked, especially the Chicago crowd. They were not happy. I was not happy that my girl Alexa was the first eliminated.
Which I thought she was going to win.
Yeah, I thought it was between like Tiffy, Rhea, and Alexa. Those I was like, okay, it's one of those three.
Right.
Um, but yeah, she was the first eliminated. The Chicago fans were not happy. They booed it. I don't like how she was eliminated because I'm sick and tired of the mist. I think it's a overdone spot
Hmm.
and it's useless in my opinion. So
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that are definitely overdone in WWE as well. It's going back to what I'm saying though. It's so formulaic. You can see these things happening before it even happens, and there's nothing new in these matches. They're spending more time on entrances than they are conducting a great match. And I feel like, yeah, it's cool to see great entrances, but like that's not the point of people being there.
yeah, it's not like like a WrestleMania where you see like the special, one of a kind unique entrances.
Right.
But yeah, no, it felt very flat. It felt very much like they just wanted to get it out of the way with.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So
And the fact that we had Rhea Ripley win, kind of just shows that,
I'm
hey,
not I'm not mad at it because it also shows that one, they cannot build new stars if their
that's
lives
right.
depend on it.
Yeah.
And I know I'm the only reason it's Rhea is because Bianca's still injured. If it wasn't Rhea, it was gonna be Bianca.
Right.
No, everyone's like, "Oh, Rhea Jade's the money match." Yeah,
Mhm.
on paper, but I am telling you right now, that match is not going to be good. It's not going to be a good match. That's not to discredit Rhea. That no, that match is not going to be good. I think it's going to kind of be. I think it's going to blow up in their faces.
Well, it depends on. There's a huge factor on how good. This is going to be the number one test of how good Jade
Rhea,
Cargill is.
yeah,
No, we know Rhea Ripley in the ring. We know how great she is. We know what kind of character she is. She's a proven commodity at this point.
yeah. I
This
mean,
is
we
all
we
depending
were
on
there.
Jade
We were
Cargill.
yeah, we were there when Rhea had arguably her greatest match on the main roster against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39.
Right. So we know what Rhea Ripley is. Now we're putting her in the ring against an unproven wrestler in Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill has been signed to WWE for how long now?
Like 2 years.
Right. 2 years.
And she's only had one title defense in like 100 something days.
She spent a lot of time at the PC. She spent a lot of time tag teaming with Bianca Belair. This is going to be the
What
biggest
what
match.
one thing I will say, Jade's looked good in like multi-woman matches, not in singles matches.
Mhm. Well, this is going to be the biggest match of her singles career. This is it. You can't get any bigger right now in terms of like where she's at in her career right now than the women's world title match. Sorry, the women's WWE title match at WrestleMania. So,
Against the most popular over female on the entire roster right now.
exactly. So this is going to be a huge, huge test for Jade Cargill to prove herself how long and how much she has grown within her performance as a
Yeah.
wrestler.
And it's also going to be a very pro Rhea crowd.
Oh, definitely.
And I
Definitely.
think I think this will be one of like the first times where Jade's pretty much going to have the crowd against her.
Well, you don't know that, but
At
I
least at least in WWE.
well,
I'll
how
say at
can you
least in
predict that? Why do you say
WWE.
that?
Hmm?
Why do you say that?
Well, because I mean, she was a baby face, and she was pretty over as a baby face. Her and Bianca were pretty well over.
Hmm.
And no, I'm just saying because it's like Rhea is so over, and I don't think Rhea's gonna get booed. That's what I mean. I feel like it's unfamiliar territory for Jade in terms
Well,
of
I think this is a big test. I think if she goes out there and shits the bed, then yeah, the fans are definitely going to crap all over it. But if she goes out there and proves, kind of like the way Rhea Ripley proved 3 years ago in LA against Charlotte Flair, that she was the next big thing, not to quote unquote, not to copy from Brock Lesnar, but 3 years ago in LA, she proved that with Charlotte Flair.
yeah,
Right.
and Charlotte is arguably the best in the division, and it's like if you can go toe to toe with the very best, then you've got a bright future ahead of you.
And so this is the same thing for Jade Cargill now going up against Rhea Ripley. She's going to have to prove herself. This is going to be the biggest test of her career.
An interesting fact, this is Rhea's seventh straight WrestleMania, and it's her seventh straight WrestleMania going after a title.
Right, right.
It,
Obviously,
this,
we would have
this
loved
will
to see
be her sixth different title match.
we'd have loved to seen Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair because that would have been the better story. But they're giving us Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley because they feel like Jade Cargill needs to prove herself in the ring against somebody at the magnitude like Rhea Ripley. But we can go on another women's match, women's intercontinental title match. What did you think of AJ Lee getting the victory over a big time?
I'm actually surprised because I thought they were gonna wait till WrestleMania. I even told you, I've even said on a previous episode, oh, they're gonna prolong it. It's gonna be like a screwy finish. They're gonna prolong this to WrestleMania. They're gonna hold off to give AJ Lee her moment to WrestleMania, but they gave it to her, which and I'm kind of surprised, especially and we'll get into that a bit later. But also with Punk winning, I'm very surprised that they actually let the two hometown people both win.
Right.
Because we've seen in recent years that it's always been if you have multiple superstars from the same hometown, they fight. One usually wins, one usually loses.
Mhm. Right. Yeah. That's a formulaic thing in WWE. I am not surprised because I feel like everyone thought that the match at WrestleMania was going to continue to be AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, but that feud has been what since September it started up,
Yeah, it started up before WrestlePalooza,
and so
and
you can't drag
and
this out another month or so.
yeah, and but now there's another interesting development, and I don't know if how many people know this, but the referee Jessica Carr is actually a wrestler. Her name's Calix, and she has wrestled in Evolve. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is building towards a Jessica Carr Becky Lynch match at WrestleMania.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I think there's been a lot of rumors and speculation that Jessica Carr is gonna lace him up
And
in the ring.
especially because Jessica Carr has been taking some pretty big bumps in matches lately, like big bumps.
Yep, yep. So, uh, could this be an opportunity for Jessica Carr to get in the ring against a
Yeah,
woman like
and
Becky
and
Lynch?
it makes me wonder: is she gonna wrestle as Jessica Carr? Or are they gonna have her wrestle as Calix? Because that's her name in Evolve.
Well, no, I don't. I think the fans know her as Jessica Carr, so I think that's what they would continue.
And
But
you know what this would remind me of if they do have Jessica Carr wrestle.
hmm,
It'll remind me of the old Earl Hebner days when you used to have the referees have matches against each other.
those are one-offs. I mean, those are great, man. When you had
Earl,
Earl Hebner versus
I think wasn't it Earl Hebner and Mike, and it wasn't like I think Mike Chioda was involved.
yeah, he was probably involved in in a few different matches from that era. Um, yeah, yeah. But Earl Hebner was, I mean, he was the king at taking bumps and getting involved. I mean, I think he might have had a match against Triple H at one
I
point.
think he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
But
he
Jessica
did.
Carr, again, this is an opportunity for her to showcase her abilities in a match against a performer like Becky Lynch, and who
And
knows?
and one thing that I find interesting is I know, oh, referees, they're just referees, but I actually do like when they get referees involved in the stories if it makes sense.
Right.
And I feel like in this case, it makes total sense for Becky to like, nag on Jessica Carr and Jessica Carr to basically just be like,
Exactly. Yeah.
because she was like, you would have let me throw AJ in the turnbuckle, and then AJ did it to me, and then she was basically just like, hmm.
You know what referee needs to get his comeuppance? It's Charles Robinson when Cena knocked him 10 feet in the air.
Hey, shout out to Charles Robinson. That man's taking some bumps, but also he has two of the most iconic runs for a referee, WrestleMania 24
Yeah.
and and the Night of Champions.
Yeah. My God. My God. But also, where do you think they go with AJ Lee in the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania?
This might be a bit of a long shot and a completely hot take.
Hmm.
Returning Page.
Paige. That's interesting. I mean, there has been no signs or indications or anything online speculating
She's
that.
been training. She said she's been training.
She's also had like a pretty bad neck injury, from sustaining from her original run in WWE.
She wrestled
She was
in
cleared to
AEW.
wrestle
She's
in
been cleared
AEW.
to return to wrestle.
So I don't know. I don't know if there's any heat to those kind of rumors. I really don't know where they're gonna go with AJ Lee in terms of wrestling. I know she's gonna be on the card somewhere. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. That's yet to be discovered and talked about, but we'll see. Um, the world title match at Elimination Chamber, you had Finn Balor taking on the world champion CM Punk. Punk coming out to a Michael Jordan-esque Chicago Bulls intro, which was pretty cool to see. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that was cool. Sorry, I had to move out of the living room, get a little loud in there.
It's okay. I couldn't hear anything. I don't know if the people could hear
Well,
anything.
cause I muted myself.
Yeah, it's okay.
But no, I thought that was cool at first. For a split second, I thought it was his Ring of Honor theme for a split
Oh,
second, and then when I heard it, I was just like, oh, okay, he's getting the old Michael Jordan entrance.
yeah, the Chicago Bulls still use
And
that.
that would I will say, I know it's early. That's entrance of the year already.
We'll see. I mean, he
That's entrance
technically
of the
didn't
year
come out
already.
to it. It was just a kind of like music playing back for him to transition to Gorilla from the locker room. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's still pretty cool, If you're an old school Chicago Bull, I mean, I think they still come out to that music, iconic entrance or starting lineup music, if you were to call it. But the world title match, Finn Balor. I mean, look, do you think this is probably one of the last times you see Finn Balor challenge for the world title?
For now, but I will say that this was my match of the night. Punk Punk Balor, this was my match of the night. It started off slow, but then it really picked up.
Yeah.
Got some really cool counters, and we saw glimpses of babyface Finn,
Yeah.
and it was yeah, it was a good match,
Hmm.
very good match. I think right winner because of course, there's no way in hell they're having CM Punk lose in Chicago. Like,
Oh,
there's no
God, no.
way. There would literally be war outside that arena if Punk lost.
Yeah. Not in
Triple H,
Chicago.
Triple H would not be allowed to leave. Would not be allowed to leave that building.
Yeah, not in Chicago, man. They would erupt into some pretty vicious boos. But again, a good world title match. I can't call it a great world title match. Finn Balor, obviously, he is a great wrestler, right? But he has never been taken seriously besides that original run where he debuted on Monday Night Raw and then won the world title, the Universal title at SummerSlam 2016.
Since
Besides
then,
that,
he's been Pin Balor.
yeah, he hasn't been taken seriously at all. And so that, like, yeah, it's cool to see Finn Balor in a world title match, but how, like, nobody thought that he had even a sliver of a chance to win that, the world title on last Saturday night. So it wasn't surprising that CM Punk went over. They're just basically this was just filler to get to WrestleMania. So
Yeah, sure. But no, I thought it was a solid, world title match. But it's like you said, nothing to like brag too much about. But it was still a solid match. Finn looked great. Punk looked great.
yeah. Hmm. And then you had the Elimination Chamber, the men's chamber. What'd you think about that in a nutshell?
Oh
Oh,
God,
before we get to that, we had the debut of Danhausen.
you are cursed.
Don't you curse me, boy.
You're cursed.
Look, I love Danhausen. I love the character of Danhausen.
Well, I knew who Dan Housen was before. I literally, I think I'm pretty sure I texted you. I was like, Dan Housen. I
Yeah,
popped. I
he's
popped.
so Danhausen was tailor made for WWF
Yeah.
back in like
So
1990.
yeah, no, it's funny because he came out to booze in Chicago. People hated it, and then after one segment on Raw, everyone's like, "Okay, I love this guy." It's like, see, y'all are so fast to crap on things, and after one segment, you're like, "Oh, I take it all back. I love this guy. This guy's funny." He's like, "Yeah, see."
Nobody's looking at Danhausen as the next world champion, right? Everyone agrees that he's there for comedy relief.
Just
There,
just give me Truthhausen.
Truth House. Yes, I
Give
was
me
about to say that.
Truthhausen.
Truth House would be great, but he's there for main event, like not main, like the main event, but like the show main event, right? He's there to wrestle on that show. He's there to do backstage comedy. He's there to have a tag match with our Truth. Like he's
He's
there to
there
be
to
a
curse
character.
people.
Yes,
Because he
exactly.
cursed Dominic Mysterio. We'll get into it in a little bit, but
But
yeah,
he's there to be comedic relief, and so I think it's great for WWE. He fits better in WWE than he did in AEW.
yeah,
It's
he's a top merchant. I mean, you bought his shirt
already
already.
bought his shirt. It's on the way.
You didn't even hesitate. Literally, as soon as they released it, you're like, buy.
And how many shirts do I do that to?
No, I think the last shirt you did it to was the Punk shirt.
Exactly. And I bought another punk shirt along to go with Dan Housen.
Yeah,
Bought a
but
tank
I know.
top.
I think the last time you like immediately bought a shirt, I think was the. I think the first, not the Hell Froze Over, the other one,
Yeah. Yeah.
the other,
Yeah.
the
His
one that
second
was
shirt he
after,
came back
the
with.
one that was after that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one you bought like almost immediately.
Hmm.
And then you have me who bought like every single John Cena shirt.
Exactly. Which one are you wearing today?
The Grand Rapids, the Pipe Bomb,
Oh, the pipe bomb one.
Pipe Bomb.
Hey, Stu, look, I'm breaking the fourth wall. Anyways, Dan Housen is in WWE. He made his debut coming out of the crate. And look, everybody was disappointed that it wasn't Chris Jericho, that it
Or
wasn't.
even Edge, because some were saying that, oh, it's Edge. It's like,
How the fuck would people think it's Edge? How? He's under contract to AEW.
you know how the wrestling fans are. They're delusional.
You, like you.
You're the most delusional fan I know because you think Logan Paul is good for the WWE.
He is good for Logan Paul is a future world champion.
Anyway,
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the
no,
men's elimination chamber match.
yes, the men's elimination chamber match. That man, Logan Paul should not have been in that match. You're never even supposed to be in it.
Why? Tell me.
Bronson Reed was supposed to be in it, and then he
I
got hurt.
I know, but look,
That's why they took Jay out because Jay wasn't supposed to be in it either.
I know. Look, you could say this, that, or the other, but Logan Paul is a future world. Logan Paul is good for WWE.
No, no, no.
Yes.
I don't like that they had him eliminate three people in the chamber. Like, no, there's no why him? No.
Why not? Well, look, it was I'll give you this. The men's elimination chamber match was boring as hell. Right?
Last year was way
They had no
better.
heat in that match. It was very formulaic, very formulaic. Was I excited to see Logan Paul rack up victories? Yes, I was, but it was so super boring. It wasn't
And
Paul.
one of those, I'm kind of disappointed. I thought we would have seen like some sick spots from Javon Evans, but no, they kind of just gave him a regular chamber performance. I was kind of disappointed because I was
Mhm.
like, you put that man in there, he's known for like the spots, and then you just let him have like a normal
Right,
match.
right.
And
Look,
LA Knight botched a couple more times, so
we can talk about LA Knight. I mean, he is man. I don't know. I can't
I
necessarily
think
say
if he was gonna get a push, I think it's over now.
I can't necessarily say he's 6 feet buried, but man, the dirt's kind of creeping up on him a little bit. You know,
Yeah, he slipped in and it was that was bad. That
that was
was
bad. I don't understand why he keeps going for that move. It works out like
and
70.
that's not the first time he slipped either. That's
Right.
not the first time he slipped doing that.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. I don't understand why he continues to do that.
I mean, Logan Paul said something like, "Oh, he knew someone was up with the rope because I think Finn slipped earlier too."
Mhm.
But even
Yeah.
still, besides the point, it's like,
I mean, it's just that LA Knight doesn't always land that move. It's like a 70-30 that he will land it. So there's always that risk
and
that,
then that BFT he hit on Javon Evans looked awful.
yeah.
You see that BFT on top of the pod? It looked
Yeah.
awful. He didn't even hit him. He
Yeah.
didn't even hit him.
Yeah. So look, LA Knight, I mean, he's not necessarily all the way buried, but man, the way he just got rolled up, I believe, by Logan Paul. That was
Low roll
oh, the
up.
low blow. Yeah, and then yeah. So that was very disappointing. It's very deflating.
You could tell. I think the fans tuned out after that.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Was it cool to see Logan Paul in there and racking up victories? Yes, because I like Logan Paul. Oh my gosh, he is a future world champion. But but that match had zero heat on it. And the only saving grace about the men's elimination chamber match
That
was
Randy Orton won.
the final 5 minutes of that match.
Where Randy, where it came down to, well, yeah, you had the masked man, well, another fake masked man. Then you had the real masked man take out Logan. Cody get the pin, he took the mask off. And it's my guy Seth freaking Rollins finally
Mhm.
back to screw over the Vision and Logan Paul as he should.
I mean, look at whatever's left of the Vision.
Yeah, because they're all cursed.
They're all cursed.
Maybe Danhausen cursed them before he debuted.
Possibly. Possibly. But
But
look,
yeah, that's wrong. And he got a Did you hear that pop when he took the mask off?
yeah.
He got a monster pop. So if people want to say that's not over, you're lying to yourself.
But hopefully, Triple H, if you're listening to me, and I hope you are, I think you are, because you're a man of good taste and you're watching this podcast, you're listening to this podcast. Please, for the love of God, no more masked men, okay? We're not at a ski resort. Okay, no more, nobody's
I like how
waving at
you
each
say,
other here.
speaking of fast man, as we see like four more on Raw.
I know. No more hooded men, okay? Please.
You had the masked man that Adam Pearce and security took out, the masked man Logan Paul chased, the masked man Theory chased, and then Seth back in the mask.
This is just overkill now. It really is.
Although I mean, we'll get into Raw in a sec, but and he got a monster pop.
Mm-hmm.
I
He
loved
did.
it, and then Drew got involved, trying
Yeah.
to take out Cody. Randy got involved, hit Drew with an RKO. Cody hit a crossroads, and without hesitation, Randy hit an RKO on Cody and pinned him for the victory. Which I called. I said it too. I was like, Randy's gonna win, and I said it too. And you remember I said it. I was like, Randy's gonna pin Cody to win.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
said it. I said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The beginning. I
Yeah.
said Randy's gonna pin Cody to win, and
But the
that's
last thing we needed to see was, let's say Drew McIntyre gets involved and it leads to like a Cody Rhodes win, or like let's say like Randy Orton like kind of like looks like made to be look foolish here, like he's helping Cody and end up backfiring. Well, I can't speak, backfiring on him.
yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, he like I think they did it right. I think they played it
yeah.
right.
Because literally, as soon as Cody hit that crossroads, Randy RKO, and you could hear the pop as soon as he did it,
Right,
and the pin.
right.
So hearing that pop, for Cody Triple H, if you're listening, stop pushing Stardust. It's over.
God.
It's over. His story's
Well,
finished. It's done. It's done.
okay,
And
okay.
for the love of God, do not put the title back on him on Friday. For the love
Oh
of God,
my gosh, we can talk about that after the show.
do not
After
put
the
the title
show,
back on him tomorrow.
all this made the match.
And by the way, Nick Aldis broke the clause in Drew's contract.
What happened?
That said, because there's a clause in his contract that says Cody can't get a rematch as long as he's champ.
Oh,
And Nick Aldis broke it.
so what do you think that's going to lead to?
It is This match is still gonna happen because WWE is all for it. And then for the love of wrestling gods, if you're listening, please let Jacob Fatu interfere, please, please, and then let Randy interfere and let it be a fatal four way at WrestleMania for the WWE title.
Look, so the match is already set for SmackDown this tomorrow. Tomorrow. So I don't think we see a clean finish here at all. There is though. Look at never say never. There is the possibility that WWE or Triple H is going to put the title back on Cody Rhodes.
We've seen Randy and Cody already.
Right, but that's always a possibility here. You know?
So his solution to another Randy Cody is to give us another Randy Drew match when we're sick and tired of both of those feuds.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's you could have a Jacob versus Drew McIntyre match, not for the title. You could have a Randy versus Cody match for the title, which is completely different. But ultimately, I do think that they're gonna merge it all together for a title match, a fatal four-way at WrestleMania.
Yeah. which I feel like could lead to a Randy heel turn because he'll get mad. He'll be like, "I earned my spot. What did these two guys do to get theirs? I earned my spot.
Yeah.
They didn't."
Hmm. Which is understandable for Randy Orton, right? Because he's getting screwed out of his one-to-one title match that he earned for WrestleMania. So I think this is all going to implode into a fatal four-way match where nobody's happy. And I think everyone's going to be angry at each other, which ultimately I do think that's going to be the best television going forward for the road to WrestleMania. Because look, if you just separate the two matches, right, whether you have Randy and Cody or whether you have Drew and Jacob, you want to build as much intrigue as possible. And having two separate matches, I mean, I think it's more intrigue trying to build into one big heated
Especially because there's heat with all four of them. Cody and Jacob have beef. Drew and Cody have beef. Drew and Jacob have beef.
Mhm.
Randy and Drew have beef.
Right.
The history with Randy and Cody.
Mhm.
Randy and Jacob have beef because the whole bloodline stuff.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And so, going into Raw now, what do you think of Monday Night Raw?
I thought this was a great Raw, but I'm not getting my hopes up because we've had it where we have a great episode of Raw or SmackDown, and then they're all like crap afterwards. They're not consistent.
That's the major problem with
Hopefully,
WWE right now.
hopefully they can keep consistent because I thought the beginning was very good. It felt very much like it felt like a Raw out of the Attitude Era, especially seeing like Paul Heyman getting bloodied by a stomp, which which I like because the stomp should be a dangerous move, and the fact is like, oh shit, like
Look,
it made someone bleed.
I don't think anything will ever compare to that. There's nothing that WWE can now do that will ever compare. But yeah, I think they had a good show on Monday Night Raw, doing playing with a bunch of different storylines.
And then I like that they had LA Knight drive the ambulance.
Yeah.
And fun fact, well, not so fun fact, it might hurt LA Knight more. He almost ran over a worker in the ambulance.
Oh my gosh. That would have been horrible. That would have been horrible.
But
That
I
turned
thought that
all
was very good. And then there wasn't really much that happened in between. In between was kind of meh. And then we had the Danhausen segment
right.
with the cold Steve Austin.
Cold Steve Austin. He sees what he's doing there with the glasses.
Cold Steve Austin giving him his list of demand housings.
Yeah, exactly. Giving it to Adam Pierce.
And then Adam Pierce is like, "Why is it soggy?" Fell in the toilet. Drops it, and the Judgment Day is like, "Hey, Judgment Day, come here, come here." It's like, "Have you guys met Danhausen?" He's like, "I got a match. I don't care. This is important. This is Danhausen. He has a list of demands, and I need a drink." And they start mocking Danhausen. He curses Dominic Mysterio, and Dominic Mysterio will go on to lose the Intercontinental Championship to Penta.
In a good main event, too.
Good main event. Because yes, this was technically like, yes, I know we had the Punk Romos, but in terms of matches, this was the main event.
The main event.
Match. It was a great match. Crowd was behind it. Nobody was mad that Penta won because we talked about it after, like, no, Penta deserves it. Like,
Look, this is Pence been in WWE for a year now. This is the major step to getting him into a competitive spot into the main event scene for Raw, Monday Night Raw, and WWE in total.
because he's a great wrestler.
Old school setup for being a
Yeah.
world champion.
Great. He's a great wrestler. He's over with the crowd. He's a top merch seller. So he's literally hitting all the boxes right now that WWE wants in
Right.
like a main event guy. He can
Right.
wrestle. He's over with the crowd. He's selling merch.
Right, right. So this is the stepping stone. You put the Intercontinental Championship on him, and then you let him carry that for a few months to see how he's going to be as a world champion.
Yeah, and a fun fact, because I say how he moves merch. In his first year, he was top 5 in merch sales. That goes to show you how big he is. In just his first year, he's top 5 in merch sales,
Wow.
along the likes of John Cena, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes.
That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, I mean John Cena's probably not a top merch seller anymore, but
But yeah, but no, I'm saying, but the fact that's like that man, he's only been in the company. He wasn't even in the company a full year at that point, and he was top 5 in merch sales for the year.
yeah,
And he's a great wrestler. I love him. Like, dude, he's massively over. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. He's 40 years old, but he moves like he's in his freaking 20s.
feel like a lot of the top.
I don't know I don't know what it is with these luchadors. I don't know if they're on the juice or they have some voodoo magic or something. But like all these luchadors who are like old are moving like they're in their 20s.
look at you. If you look at top to bottom from who's a tippy top guy in the WWE, they're all going to be around that 37 to 40 years old range.
Yeah, which I know people are like, oh, they got to go younger, which is true, they do.
Hmm.
But some of the best workers in the company right now are the older guys.
Right, exactly. But it's kind of crazy to think about that. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and CM Punk are like the much older guys now.
Punk's 47,
He is the probably the oldest.
Roman's 40, and I think Seth's 39.
Oh wow, yeah. So
But
just
no, well deserved. The Penta, I think it's going to be great. I think he's gonna be a great Intercontinental champion. It'll be interesting to see, what his spot on the card at WrestleMania looks like.
hmm
'Cause I wouldn't be surprised if we have like a multi-man match for the IC title, or whether it's like a ladder match or something.
hmm
But I think with the year he's had, I think Penta deserves to walk out of WrestleMania with the win and still Intercontinental Champion.
I think so too. I think so too. I think
And
he deserves.
it'll be interesting because I told you, because I thought I was like, oh, we're gonna get the Lucha Brothers. Now it's like I think they could put a pin on that for now.
I mean, look, I could definitely see if they want to build a monster push towards Obafemi, probably down the line, maybe after WrestleMania, putting the Intercontinental title on Obafemi and just letting him have a monster run with it. I think that would be pretty great. But
You know what I think would be great?
but
I don't know if they do it because you know how Gunther set the record for longest IC title run?
yeah,
Having Oba not break it, but Oba getting close.
right, yeah, good, good, definitely. I think that would
So
be a key match too.
yeah, and another thing that we saw that was actually pretty exciting. We saw Oba and Rusev throw down, and the crowd is hyped. The crowd is into it. They loved it.
Now, see, if only WWE built up Rusev as some kind of like viable opponent, then that would be interesting. But they haven't. You
Well,
know,
they're having a match on Raw next week.
yeah, but we all know Obafemi's going to win. Imagine if they had Rusev being.
But think of it this way: all the matches Oba has had have been squashes. This one's not going to be a squash.
Hope not. I hope not. We'll see.
By the way, if you guys didn't hear, Mike says he's answering Brock's open challenge, and I want to see him get the ever living shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, if it's not me answering Brock Lesnar's challenge, and it's going to be Seth Rollins. I'll put my money on Seth Rollins instead of me.
I think it could be Seth, but I think it depend. It also depends on how fast Braun Breaker recovers.
Very true, but I just the way it's
But
starting.
I feel like I would say I think Brock Seth is more likely right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But should it be Seth Brock? No, it should be Oba Brock. But
Yeah, but they want to build a marquee match for WrestleMania, and I think Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. You look, if that's the match they want to go with, then I have no complaints.
Seth's one of the few guys that has beaten Brock at WrestleMania
Exactly. Yeah.
twice. He's done
Yeah.
it twice.
Mm-hmm. They just got to stay healthy or continue to be healthier in terms of Seth Rollins' body, his shoulder.
But another thing I liked on Raw is they were in Indy. We know the Shield has a lot of history in Indy.
Yeah.
The Shield debuted in Indy. They broke up in Indy. And we
Mhm.
had a Shield throwback because Seth got the chair just like he did it with the Shield when he hit Roman Reigns. And he hit Paul Heyman in the back with the chair just like he did when he broke up the Shield.
Right.
Which I
Exactly.
thought was a very interesting callback because it's like, see, they're at Indy. It's like I love that they're going back. It's like they got history in this city.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And
Definitely a lot of
now
great facts.
let's talk about that Roman Reigns CM Punk promo
Talk about it.
because damn,
Yeah.
that was literally my reaction after Punk was done. I was like, after he said that, I was like, damn.
Another fire promo by CM
Damn.
Punk. Another good showing by Roman Reigns, but CM Punk again got the better of Roman Reigns in this situation.
Especially the thing I like is that Punk said bullshit and shit, and they weren't censored. And I like when WWE allows that to happen, adding that little bit of realism into it.
Exactly.
Like it's like, cause hey, you don't gotta. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't overdo it. But I felt like the way Punk said those words, like, oh, it fits. It fits with this feud. He's like, and now for the next 7 weeks, I gotta carry your bullshit all the way to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you think, are you done? You done? You just said a lot of shit that we gotta go over.
Hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Look,
And then,
this is cooking up to be Roman Reigns and CM Punk are pretty much carrying the weight of both WrestleMania nights on their back. And
yeah,
this is
I
going to
don't
be the
think
night for main
WWE,
event.
I don't think WWE could have picked a better match
Right.
for the World Heavyweight Championship.
But other than that, there's really no intrigue in these matches leading up to WrestleMania besides the big main event for night two.
Yeah, and I will just say that last line that Roman's like, or Punk's like, "Cause I'm gonna bury you next to your father." Like, oh, that felt, dude, it literally felt like I was watching a promo from the Attitude Era.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was good
And,
stuff.
and I just find it laughable because I'm like,
I don't
oh,
know.
that's a low
I don't know
blow.
why
They're
you
like,
keep
that's
saying
awesome.
attitude there. I mean, I don't know why you keep saying attitude there because CM Punk was saying a lot of the stuff in his original run.
I know, but I'm saying like I haven't felt. Yeah, but he never really said things to that extent in his original run. Not
Well, I
quite
think
like
he did.
that.
I think he did. I think you go back
Yeah,
and
I mean, he threw Paul Bearer's ashes on Undertaker.
yeah, I mean he's another one that kind of verbally abused The Rock during their promos as well.
Yeah,
When you talk about when you go
yeah,
back and
it's great. It's
go
great.
back
Cena and
into
Punk. It's great. Cena and Punk both cooked that bald fraud.
oh my gosh. But if you go back to 2013, that infamous promo of CM Punk, your arms are just too short to box with God, that was another great promo as well.
That's the Ring of Honor promo though.
No, it's not. It's from the Royal Rumble. Oh, sorry. It's
No,
from
no,
the
no. He said that quote in Ring of Honor that your arms are too short to box
well, he
with
brought it
God.
back into this promo here with The Rock. And
Yeah.
so I don't know if you watched that one, but it was a lot it was a
Yeah,
little
no,
bit of
I did.
a half an hour
I'm just
segment.
saying, like, that's not the first time he said it. Because he said it in Ring of
Well,
Honor.
there's things that they probably carry from years and
Oh
years.
yeah, yeah. No, no, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm like, no, Punk. Now that John Cena's retired, Punk's the guy on the mic now.
Yeah.
Punk is the guy. Like, if you want to see how good you are on the mic, you go against CM Punk. And if CM Punk buries you, you're done.
Right. Right. But a great segment. Now, I think if they're gonna have another face-to-face promo against each other,
Yeah, yeah. You
Roman
weren't going to
Reigns.
mention Larry. Yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
no. I mean, well, that would be great if he mentioned Larry somehow, some way. But like it doesn't have to be that. But Roman Reigns has to bring some heat. He has to bring some heat next time they're face to face in the ring. And I
Look,
wouldn't.
all I'm saying is people can disagree with me all they want. You can disagree with me. Punk's going over at Punk's winning at WrestleMania.
How do you know that?
Punk's winning at WrestleMania.
How do you know? Tell me.
Roman don't need it.
Explain.
I think Punk wins because one, do you think they're gonna have Punk lose in the main event of WrestleMania 2 years in a row? No.
Possible.
The World Heavyweight Championship is the more relevant world title right now. It's more relevant than the WWE Championship.
It look if you've watched WWE, which you have, how many times has the WWE Championship?
Roman Reigns himself called the World Heavyweight Championship the consolation prize.
But how many times has it
Now
flipped?
he's fighting for the consolation prize.
It's about the guy who's holding the title, right? At some point, the Universal Championship was made to be a little bit more bigger than the WWE Championship. It's just because of who was holding it. It was Roman Reigns. It flip flops back and forth. The WWE Championship has seen a lot of different versions of itself.
Yeah, at least Punk shows up and defends his title.
Well, hold on. At least the WWE Championship has seen a lot of versions of itself. This is a new World Heavyweight Championship. So we're going based off the lineage of the WWE Championship. The WWE Championship, yes, is a much more prestigious title.
Oh, it's the most prestigious title I'm just saying, as of right now on television, the World Heavyweight title is the bigger title right
Well,
now.
because it's not about the title; it's about the two
It's
guys.
because of who's fighting for it,
Yes,
which is
that
Punk and Roman.
the world
I
title is
think
just a
I think Punk goes over.
yeah. I can see it happening. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. This is kind of a toss up for me.
Also, I say that because Roman himself has said he doesn't have much time left.
Yeah, yeah. But again,
Roman already has one foot out the door.
is it a clean victory?
Yes,
I don't know. We'll see.
yes, it's a clean victory
Only time will tell, right?
because I think Punk should be as crazy as it seems. Nobody's beat Roman clean in years. I'm not counting the tag matches. I'm not counting the tag matches. Cody didn't beat Roman clean.
Right. I
I
mean,
think
look,
it would add to Punk's legacy if Punk is like, I beat Roman Reigns and I beat him cleanly. I beat him on my own. Nobody else has been able to do that.
you could look. We can speculate about this all we want. We'll never know until it actually happens. But I think it's a fair assessment that you're making. I think Roman Reigns does not want to be the world champion because he doesn't want to appear, as much as possible.
And,
Because
and I'm saying this, and this is to credit Roman. Roman's already a big star. He doesn't need a title anymore. He doesn't.
well, neither does CM Punk, but CM Punk is more inclining to be that the guy that
Well,
carries it
because
back.
I think that it's like Punk has said before. It's like, yeah, I was gone for 10 years. He's like, now being back, it's like I'm doing everything that I should have been doing the last 10 years.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because Punk's still full time.
hmm Yeah.
Despite his older age, he's Punk is still full time. He's still on TV
Mhm.
basically almost every week.
But altogether, great segment on Monday Night Raw. And I think the most important thing for WWE right now is, come on, let's see some consistency with these shows. Okay, we had a good Monday Night Raw. We had a pretty damn good Monday Night Raw. Let's follow this up with a pretty damn good SmackDown. Please, WWE. Don't just be sitting on your ass right now. Let's put together a string of consistency here, okay? I can kind of align it to the Lakers. The Lakers have won 3 games in a row. But altogether, we have stunk ass this year. And that's WWE programming. The WWE can put together a good PLE. They could put together a good Monday
We,
Night Raw.
we've seen them do it. We have seen
But
them do it.
why is it so hard for WWE to consistently put out good product, like a good product, when consistently they have not?
Now, of course, I know the injuries haven't helped, but that also goes to show you their lack of building new stars is like their top stars are injured, and now they don't know what to do. It's like you have stars, you just don't want to use them because you don't know how to.
I mean, look at this is gonna happen. Injuries could happen at any time, right? But it's about having the depth and about having the know-how to utilize your guys when other guys go down. And we'll see the next few weeks how they kind of band-aid up this WrestleMania, but they still have a great roster attached. It's not like you're void of guys or women because there's so many guys on this roster. There's so many women on this roster that can make a great 2 nights of WrestleMania, but it's about utilizing them the best way possible.
Yeah, this is one thing I will say in terms of the women. If Bianca Belair was recovered based off their story, realistically, that is a match I could have seen main eventing either night.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Um,
that's not to discredit Rhea, but I think just because of the story that there's already a tailor-made story with Bianca and Jade.
yeah,
If Bianca never got hurt or if she like, returned, you know, like most had expected her to at the Royal Rumble, I honestly could see that being the night one main event.
right. Yeah.
Because
I think
feel like night two is like the not true, but I feel like night two is kind of considered the bigger night in terms of like what they have closed the show and what they have opened the show.
right.
But like realistically, and it sounds like you agree with me, I could have seen Bianca Jade main eventing night one.
Yeah, but I mean that's not something that's in reality now.
Yeah,
No. So,
yeah.
um,
Anyway,
but
I know you want to talk some AEW, so
yeah, well, before we close out of here, we get some AEW news and notes. MJF is continuing to be a working world champion in AEW, defending his title against any and all comers in AEW and outside of AEW as well, as he defended it, I believe, in it was HOG Wrestling. He's been defending it everywhere. He again defended it not against LA Knight, but against Kevin Knight this past episode of AEW Dynamite. AEW, I guess it was a mid show, if you want to call it that.
We,
But again,
we saw a David Finlay debut to absolutely zero reaction.
kind of like Danhausen a little bit.
We saw the Iconics debut and lost in a squash.
The Iconics, the
Or
or
sorry, the Inspiration as they
the
call themselves. They're
inspiration.
Iconics in WWE, Inspiration everywhere
Right.
else.
Right. I mean, people are kind of boohooing about that because they're not like, oh, how are they going to fit with the women in AEW? Well, look at they're there to play a part, right? They're not going to be this ultimate like tag team champions for years to come. They're there to play a role, and that's
Like
exactly
like in like in TNA, they actually were like the women's tag team, like in TNA.
right, right. But in AEW, they just need to build up that women's division. But yeah,
Because I will say, even though I don't watch it that much, from what I do know, what I have seen, the women's division is probably the weakest part of AEW as a whole.
right,
Where
right,
it's like where like in WWE, it's one of their strengths, where in AEW, it's one of their weaknesses.
right. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, in that match where we saw David Finlay make his debut, it was against Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. They defeated Gabe Kidd and Clark Connors. Um, yeah, you had a Thekla successfully defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Thunder Rosa, who was also like she made like a bit of like of news this week. I don't know if it was somebody that was coming to her defense of her being Hispanic or not, or a lot of stuff going on with ICE, but she made a lot of hoopla on her social media. So I support Thunder Rosa for whatever that may be. I support her.
And then we saw John Moxley defeat
Hechicero.
Hechicero.
Hmm. Yeah.
It,
So the
yeah.
weird John Moxley, I mean, is he a heel? Is he a babyface? I'm not quite sure because he was a dastardly heel.
Oh, I know. We had a big thing happen. I don't know if it was Dynamite last week or Revolution or their other show. We saw Swerve Strickland's a heel now,
Hmm. Yeah.
big time heel.
Right. Yeah. So again, a guy that's being utilized correctly in AEW, a guy that wasn't being utilized at all in WWE. If hey, could he have been the main event in WWE? Who knows? But the fact is, we never got to see it. And good for AEW to keep capitalizing off this guy. Whose house? Swerve's house. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I say something bad about WWE, and then you get all like, "Ooh."
I mean, no, no. Swerve has been definitely better used in AEW.
Definitely. But
But I mean, you can say the same about WWE. WWE's used AEW guys better than AEW.
mhm. True, true. But AEW is on the road to Revolution. That's what they're building up to in a couple weeks, actually, maybe about a week or two.
And
Um,
pretty sure they're going to be in Ontario. I
exactly.
think they were. I think they were already.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, they were a few weeks back. But
So
anyways,
I'm surprised they didn't go.
man, just work is catching up with me right now. I'm a busy guy, trying to continue to lay out podcasts as we as work just gets busier and busier. But I support everyone that follows, and I think that's a good place to end today's podcast. Ryan, any last words, remarks?
Well, I know SmackDown. I mean, SmackDown shaping up to be a pretty big show tomorrow. You have Rhea Ripley confronting Jade Cargill, and it looks like Rhea is going to be on SmackDown going forward,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is a huge addition for SmackDown because I think SmackDown heavily needs more stars, and I feel like there's no better star they could add right now than Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
So
they
I
need.
think that's going to be big for them. I think it's going to be good for Rhea too,
Mm-hmm.
especially because it gives another baby face.
Yeah,
Which because it feels like almost all the baby faces on SmackDown Jade's faced already, except
exactly,
Rhea. So I feel like it's nice because that's something fresh.
exactly.
And then of course we have the WWE Championship match tomorrow. And
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how that turns out because I think there's a few different possibilities on how that could end.
and
So
I
it'll
think
be
it's and if I want to kind of mix in AEW with this with SmackDown tomorrow, it's pretty odd that we have AEW World Championship match on Wednesday, WWE Championship match tomorrow night. You don't really see that too many too many times in 1 week.
Yeah, well, because to be fair, in general, this isn't the dig at either, or just in general, we don't see a lot of world title matches on weekly TV.
They don't. They don't.
Like back then, we used to. Not all the time, but like I miss the champion versus champion matches that we used to see.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so
When
no,
you have these
but I think it's pretty cool that in the same week we're seeing from the two of the biggest companies in professional wrestling both having a world title match. I think that's cool,
exactly. I think so too. We'll see what
especially
happens.
because like they're not overdoing it. It's not like they're doing a world title match every week because then it's like, well, what's the point? Like you're deep now the title doesn't have any prestige.
Exactly. But we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But
Yeah,
again,
it should be a good, hopefully a good SmackDown because I will say so far this year, I think SmackDown has been the better show this year so far.
mhm, I
So,
think so too.
but again, that's not saying much either because
Yeah.
WWE creative as a whole right now is not where it should be.
They're trying to make up for a lot of bad television which we've seen over the last
I
few
I
weeks.
I can I'll tell you this. I think from a creative standpoint, WWE is doing a little bit better this year. A little bit.
In terms of the road to WrestleMania?
Not no, not Road to WrestleMania. I'm saying like in terms of like weekly shows.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I think last year we had Raw was like the only good show with the occasional good where this year it's like I feel like we've had a balance where it's like, Raw and SmackDown have both have been good like the same week.
I think the key is going to be after WrestleMania. How do
Yeah.
you treat these shows? How do you treat SmackDown on any given Friday night when it seems like sometimes in the summer or before the summer, it seems like they're just phoning it in.
Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see. These next 7 weeks will say a lot of where WWE is headed creatively over these next 7 weeks.
Exactly. But all right, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. Again, Ryan, our pleasure. My pleasure having you,
Yeah.
doing a podcast with you.
Course, yeah. I feel the same way. I know we love this stuff, and I like it's just great because if you told me even like 3 years ago, oh yeah, you'd be doing a podcast talking, I'd probably look at you and be like, you're crazy,
Yeah.
like you're crazy. If
But here
if
we
you think
are.
me of all people would be doing that,
Exactly. But here we are, on the road to 100 episodes.
that's
I'll have to
crazy.
count. I'll have
That
to
is
count where we're
crazy.
at. But yeah, I'll have to count
Are
where
we
we're
at?
at.
Are we at 100 yet or no?
No, not yet. Not close.
We-
But I mean,
We're
we're,
definitely
we're
gonna do.
close. But like, yeah,
We're definitely gonna do something big
on the
for
road.
our 100th.
We'll figure that one out. We'll figure that one out. But I want to
That
thank you guys.
that needs some planning, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias. This is where you
TikTok,
get all of our content. You can get our
X.
content on YouTube. You can get it on X. You can get it on Spotify. This is where
And
releasing all of our content.
we've been getting a lot of attention on YouTube. So
Exactly. And
a
then
lot of
on TikTok as well.
TikTok's getting it a lot, and we need to utilize the Instagram and X a bit more. But
It's okay. We're building up to an audience there. It's taking a little bit longer than what we would want, but it's okay.
one thing, well, we'll talk about what's coming.
Right. But all right. Until next time, you
Oh, and
can
also make sure you watch Mike's other show, the LA Sports Roundup.
let Sports
Got
Roundup.
a lot. I know he's gonna have a lot to talk about this next one, given the recent trade
Get a
with
recent trade with the Ram.
Duffy.
Yep. And then yeah, Dodgers. We're in the World Baseball Classic right now, so expect some content coming up there.
Yeah. And of course, you want to talk about your Lakers. So
Exactly. But
yeah,
until then,
give a little plug, a little shout to his other show, the LA Sports Roundup.
exactly.
You may catch me there from time to time.
Time to time. Exactly. But all right.
So, but yeah,
Until next
thank you
time.
guys for watching. We couldn't do this without you. We got a lot of big things planned in 2026 still. So it's still early, but we're excited for what's to come, and we hope you guys, you know, are on this journey with us because
Yes, sir.
we wouldn't be where we're at without you.
Yes, sir. All right.
So so just spread the word. Tell your mamas, your grandmas, your aunts, your uncles, your sisters, your brothers,
The bald headed grannies.
your bald headed frauds.
All right. See ya.